Right, I'll just quickly show you the areas that would have peeled off when you've been taking the tape off. How I tend to sort this out. So, sash brush, that's what I'm using. And I'm just going to minimally just cut it back in nice and carefully. Just make sure there's not too much of a imperfection in there. Like if the hole's really deep, unfortunately it's probably going to need a bit more care, maybe a bit of sanding down, maybe a bit of filling as well. But these are not in need of that for me. So just with a sash brush, it's nice and close into them, not too much paint on there. And then they'll dry back and you won't even notice. Okay, that's this room all finished. Got there in the end. So if you've followed all these steps from where this room was to where it is now, again this is the lines from the tessa tape running down the architrave there, across the skirting boards. And as you can see, these things are perfect. That system with the decorator's cork, getting that paint into there. And just using that technique with the brush, of trying to minimalise the amount of brush strokes we're putting into this, all just helps to make it look as crisp as this. So that's around all the bifold doors that were there. All the ceiling that was raked out with all the cracks. That's all done, buttoned up, looking like it was brand new. Again, this is a lengthy project. This isn't something you're just going to come along and do within a week. This takes, even me with the tools that I have, this takes me a good amount of time, a couple of weeks at best. But the results of this, you ain't gonna beat. And if you can achieve this at home, then you're onto a winner. That there is the Albany acrylic primer on undercoat, 2-in-1 product that I use, and that there's the diamond eggshell. It probably will say you need to use its own undercoat with that, but that undercoat, to be honest, works with most products. Companies just like you to stick with their system. I've used Albany acrylic primer undercoat with various different top coats, and it's held up and done its job absolutely perfectly. So they're the products for the woodwork. I don't know if I did run through the Armstead contract matte emulsion for the walls. It needs to be a contract, especially on the lave and plaster. It needs to breathe, it needs to do its job. You don't want to be sealing lave and plaster in with a vinyl paint or anything like that. Like a vinyl matte emulsion, you don't want to use a vinyl matte emulsion or a soft sheen or an eggshell or anything like that, because that's just not, it's not going to allow these lave and plaster walls to breathe. So just having a little walk around, and again we can see how crisp these lines are from that tessa tape. So yeah, if you've got something like this and these videos, you know, are something that you are watching to try and push you forward with actually producing a really high quality job, it's going to take time, it's going to take patience, but overall you're going to be producing a job that, you know, so a lot of really good decorators will be doing here, so you're going to save yourself an absolute fortune in the long run, as well as gaining a lot of experience in doing these types of jobs yourself. So let me know if they're helpful. Obviously I haven't painted that radiator yet, I must point that out. I've still got the caps protected over. Is going to be something I'm going to need to come back on my next visit when I'm at this property doing a little bit more work, and I will get that done then as well. And the product I use for that is this Hammerite radiator paint. You've got to use a special radiator paint. If you don't use something like that for painting your rads, 2 coats of gloss once it's rubbed down, or 3 coats of gloss. Never an undercoat with a radiator because of the heat aspect of it. You need to just be using a gloss, if not a specialised product like we have there. Okay, so that's it. That's this room. Another one done. Lave and plaster, restored, finished. Boom.